In the winter of 1954-1955, the Philadelphia Athletics stunned the city of brotherly love when they announced they were leaving for Kansas City. The A's had a loyal following in Philadelphia, and to this day, many say that the better baseball team left the city, leaving Philadelphia with the hapless Phillies. So why is it that such a beloved franchise wound up leaving the city of Philadelphia? Part of the answer lies, unfortunately, with the very man who made the Philadelphia Athletics such a successful franchise. And that is Connie Mack, the man known as Mr. Baseball. Connie Mack was responsible for bringing numerous talented baseball players to Philadelphia, and he won 5 world championships in the process. But as well as being the manager of the Philadelphia A's, Connie Mack was also a part owner. From the beginning of the franchise, the largest owner of the Philadelphia Athletics was Benjamin Scheib. And even after Scheib's death, Mack remained close with the Scheib family. And because of Mack's legendary success with the A's, no one within the athletics organization was willing to tell Connie that it was time to step down. The result was a baseball team that lingered in the American League's second division for most of the 1940s. Mack himself began losing his memory, often calling out players who had long departed the Athletics in the middle of games when he was trying to call for a pinch hitter or a defensive replacement. But other coaches would correct Mack's mistakes, and Mack remained as the head of the Philadelphia A's franchise. The result of lingering below 500 for so long was that fewer fans came to the ballpark, which meant that the A's made less and less money. The problem was compounded by a division among Mack's children. Mack had 2 sons with his first wife, Margaret, Earl and Ray. After Margaret died, Mack married his second wife, Catherine. With Catherine, he had 4 daughters and his son, Cornelius Jr. Despite Catherine's protests, Mack only involved his 3 sons in the management of the baseball team. Earl and Ray, however, were not fond of Connie Mack Jr. When the A's were not doing well financially, Earl and Ray preferred to cut costs, while Connie Mack Jr. insisted on investing on younger players to build a new team. This difference of opinion led to Earl and Ray mortgaging the Philadelphia A's in 1950 in order to buy out the shares of Connie Mack Jr. as well as the Scheib family. But taking out a loan when the A's attendance was down proved to be a financial disaster. By the end of the 1954 season, Earl and Ray had realized that they could no longer afford to operate the Athletics. The Mack family's first choice was to find a buyer who would keep the team in Philadelphia. Behind the scenes, however, the New York Yankees wanted to move the team to Kansas City. The main reason was Shibe Park, which had been renamed Connie Mack Stadium. When Shibe Park first opened in 1908, it had been hailed as a wonderful architectural achievement. But by 1954, the park had become dilapidated. Because it was located in the middle of North Philadelphia, opposing teams found it difficult to get to. This led the Yankees to want to move the Athletics out of Philadelphia and to Kansas City. After the 1954 season had ended, the Mack family initially had a deal with a group of investors who had promised to keep the team in Philadelphia. Unknown to the rest of the Mack family, however, was that Ray Mack was negotiating in the background with another group in effort to secure a position in the front office for himself and for his own son. That group was going to take the team to Kansas City. On October 28, 1954, the Athletics presented the sale to the rest of the American League in a meeting of the American League owners. The owners had to approve the sale by a majority vote. The result of the vote, however, was a dead split. 4 owners were for the sale and 4 owners were against the sale. What had become clear was that Ray Mack voted against the very deal that his Philadelphia Athletics had put on the table for the American League owners to consider. This annoyed the likes of Charles Comiskey of Chicago, but at the same time it forced the rest of the Mack family to consider alternative offers to buy the team. Later that winter, Ray Mack presented to the American League owners a new proposal for a new group of owners, which was approved by the league. In a separate vote, which required a 3/4 majority, the American League owners approved the move of the Philadelphia Athletics to Kansas City. In the end, Connie Mack's ability to put together a winning team for the Athletics, combined with the infighting among his children, caused the city of Philadelphia to lose in 1954 the team which had been the only one that had brought world championships to the city.